Welcome to Wildcraft Builds. Join me today as we witness how relentless hard work and expert craftsmanship transform a house frame into a stunning example of modern construction. The construction of the walls for this new addition has begun, with wooden beams being arranged in sequence to build the framework of the house. Once the wall frame was finished, it was carefully lifted into place and securely fastened to the existing house structure using a nail gun. Wall after wall is being framed, and zip system sheathing panels are installed on the exterior to provide superior weather protection and structural durability to the house. And now the large wall of the house is being constructed, and the green zip system sheathing panel is being installed on top of it. After the wall section was fully assembled, it was carefully lifted using a skid steer and a lifting boom, then perfectly positioned onto the house's structural frame. The wall frame is being securely fastened to the floor using a nail gun. Similarly, each wall frame is being carefully raised using a skid steer, and the construction work is progressing at a fast pace. To partition the rooms, a small interior wall frame is being constructed and securely attached at a right angle to the main structure. A strong steel I-beam is being perfectly installed horizontally on top of the wall sections using a skid steer to provide crucial structural support for the house's second floor. Wooden floor joists are being laid out in a series to form the foundation for the upper level, and OSB subflooring panels are being securely installed on top of them to create the floor surface. Using the skid steer's powerful lifting boom, I am carefully raising and precisely positioning the massive triangular gable wall for the second story. I have completed the precise framing of a large triangular gable wall on the floor according to the second story design. With all the wall sections now in place, the house is looking much more complete, and this massive gable wall has provided the entire structure with a stunning architectural form. And now look, after the primary wooden beam has been installed on the roof skeleton is being built by placing rafters or wooden beams in a series. The interior wall frame for the house's upper floor was constructed directly on the floor and then carefully lifted and secured in its designated place. Wooden beams are being arranged in rows according to the multi-level roof design and skillfully fastened to the top of the walls. The main roof skeleton was skillfully completed by precisely arranging and securing each rafter or beam into place. The installation of zip system OSB boards on the roof frame has begun, which will protect the roof from various adverse weather conditions. Zip system flashing tape is being applied to the joints of the OSB boards to ensure the roof is completely airtight and watertight. After arranging the wooden beams or planks in a row on one corner of the roof construction is being completed by perfectly installing zip system boards. Similarly, the entire roof is being meticulously covered by systematically installing OSB boards across various sections, and this crucial construction work is steadily progressing. I completed the work on this section by directly covering one end of the upper roof with wooden boards. I have brought large concrete blocks to construct a solid retaining wall, which will be lined up to stabilize the hillside and prevent soil from collapsing toward the new structure. To prepare for the installation of the retaining wall blocks, I am first using the skid steer to excavate and clear the soil from the designated area. The construction of the retaining wall is being progressed by precisely arranging large concrete blocks using a skid steer. Filter fabric is laid behind the retaining wall blocks, and the gap is being backfilled with gravel using a skid steer to provide proper drainage support. Large concrete blocks were stacked in 3 layers using a skid steer, making the retaining wall quite high and sturdy. A skid steer is being used to clear grass and level the surrounding uneven ground, making the yard area functional and ready for landscaping. The entire yard is being rototilled to break up the soil and prepare a soft, nutrient-rich bed for planting new grass seeds. Once the soil is tilled, grass seeds are being spread across the entire yard using this small push spreader to create a lush lawn. Having finished the retaining wall on one side of the house, work has now commenced on building a sturdy protection wall at the opposite end by similarly arranging large concrete blocks. After installing the large blocks, the gaps behind them were backfilled with soil, and I skillfully completed leveling the surrounding ground. A dumper load of black gravel was brought to make the yard functional, and it is being evenly spread using a skid steer. A wooden frame was built at the entrance and filled with concrete to create a solid and durable doorstep for the house. After the concrete dried, I removed the boards to ready the doorstep and finished framing a small wooden wall section, preparing it to be lifted into place. I started by placing the wooden frame for the doorstep on the floor and securing it firmly with a nailer. Then the green zip system sheathing panels are being installed over the wooden frame to protect the wall from weather elements. Green zip system sheathing panels are being installed on the tall chimney structure on the side of the house. An OSB board is being placed on top of the chimney and securely fastened with screws to completely cover and seal it. Now look, this special ladder-like wooden structure for building the roof, eaves, or overhang is being constructed and attached to the roof's edge, and the process of placing and securing the zip system OSB boards onto that framework with screws has begun. I am installing these special ladder-like wooden frameworks all around the house to build the roof, eaves, or overhangs, providing a finished and uniform look to the entire structure. To make the roof completely watertight and durable, a high-quality peel and stick underlayment is being precisely installed over the OSB boards, which prevents water from ice dams or heavy rain from penetrating the structure, while also helping to regulate interior temperature. Rigid foam insulation boards are being laid over the roof underlayment, followed by the installation of wooden furring strips or purlins to prepare the surface for the final metal roofing. Black metal roofing panels are being meticulously installed one by one over the wooden purlins on the roof. After laying down the thermal foam insulation boards on the roof, wooden purlins are being systematically installed over them to serve as a strong base for the final roofing layer. Black metal roofing panels are being installed one by one on the second section of the roof, creating a durable layer over the insulation and purlins. After sealing the window opening with waterproof flashing tape, the glass window is now being carefully positioned into place and secured with screws. The main entrance door of the house is being installed, and its frame is being perfectly leveled and secured. Using a powerful orange scissor lift, the large window sections of the house's upper floor are being perfectly installed one by one. To enhance the house's exterior beauty, I have carefully started installing modern LED light fixtures one by one into the soffit underneath the roof overhang. Slicker Max rain screen panels are being installed over the zip system for enhanced wall protection. Before starting the exterior finishing on the lower walls, the Slicker Max rain screen mesh is being installed. It primarily creates a narrow passage for air movement to help eliminate internal wall moisture. A scratch coat of mortar is being mixed and applied over the wire lath to create the essential base layer needed for installing the stone veneer. To enhance the house's exterior aesthetics, stone veneer is being installed on the lower section of the walls. Each stone is being meticulously placed to create a beautiful, natural-looking finish. Stone veneers are being meticulously installed one by one onto the tall chimney structure using a scissor lift. Cement mixture or grout is being applied using a grouting bag to fill the gaps between the stone veneers. This primarily helps to make the structure more durable and aesthetically pleasing. Stone veneers are now being meticulously installed on the remaining section of the house's exterior wall. Finally guys, my whole house is complete. If you liked the video, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments.